your national embarrassment, J.D. Vance. Well, he was sent to Greenland. Went to see Greenlanders, that he did, yeah. They sent out a posse to do a bit of door knocking, that they did, yeah, to see whether or not they can gain some local support. And what do? Well, they gave him the bird, that they did, yeah. F you, J.D. Vance. You're not having our Greenland, and nor is your president, dum-dum Donald Trump. Well, you see, I think there's more to this than meets the eye. That I do. Well, you see, Russia has also got their eye on the region. Yes, Svalbard in the archipelago. Anyway, however you say that word. Well, if you got you got the red, white and blue land there, you know, a Greenland, all right? This is where Svalbard is, yeah? It's up there. It's next door. So you got Donald Trump, all right? He wants that, okay? And Vladimir Putin, he wants S-V-A Bard. I think that's how you spell it. There you go. What's that? Archipelago. Anyway, there's loads of snow, all right? So he wants that, and Donald Trump wants that. They want to be neighbours. Now, if you think about Russia, for instance, they have the largest fleet of icebreakers, some of the biggest ones out there. So it kind of make you wonder, doesn't it? You know, see that, but that gives you quite a bit of dominance militarily over Europe. Now, we know that Donald Trump, or should I call him Krasnov? We know that him and Vladimir Putin, they're the kind, how to put it, they're kind of like that, they are. Or is it like that? I don't know. Anyway, maybe one or the other have been, well, mate, actually, okay, they've both been suckling on each other's chocolate starfishes. Oh, blimey. Well, Putin, he won't be there for much longer now. He's half dead already. Yeah, you know, he's an automaton, you know. He is. So you see, it is a little bit concerning. That it is. Now, Russian lawmaker Sergei Mironov has proposed renaming Svalbard to the Pomo Islands, invoking historical ties that they claim to justify the move. Yes, they want to take the islands. Just like Donald Trump wants to take Greenland. Or should I call it red, white and blue land? Well, now the Arctic is obviously a critical region for Russia when you think of, Russia's like that. They've got Sweden down there somewhere, aren't you? That part over there, whatever. And then over here we've got Russia's down there. All right, so, you know, it's very useful for them, and it is, militarily. So either Donald Trump knows this is going on and he wants to protect us in Europe. No, he hates us, that he does. He hates Europeans, even though he married one. Oh dear. Anyway, always the fact that those two want to get together. Okay, conspiracy theory warning. Yes, gaslighting. Do they want to get together and take over the world from the islands? Maybe they're going to have a lair. A hollowed out volcano, maybe. Yeah, baby, yeah. So, the thing is, you see, we know about this. We know the fact that we do know, that Russia's got his eye on the Svalbard, on these islands. I mean, Norway, all right? So you got Donald Trump wants to annex Greenland from Denmark, and now Russia's been trying to annex, let's do it, won't they, from Norway. Well, they'll be found in NATO members, in both cases. And isn't Donald Trump's New America, Project 2025 America, Yeah, for which they're going to try and actually change the constitution. Yeah, old Ron DeSantis has been up there, up north. He wants to change the constitution. They've got 27 states on board. They need 34. They need to finalise it to actually change the constitution. I think they need 37 or 38 states to be on board. But, you know, it's all very concerning, the direction that these fascist leaders, including old flippin' Cheeto Bandito. Feckin' bastards. Feckin' alright. They were dropped on heads. Actually, no. Donald Trump wasn't dropped on his head because Donald Trump is a chip off the old block. After all, his dad, he did like to participate in the KKK. He was arrested back in 1927 or something like that. So, yes, so that is obviously a worry, but also what is also an embarrassment is that is what J.D. Vance has been saying when he went to visit Greenland, Red, White and Blue Land. Yeah, he says here, right, we do not think that we will need to use military force because Greenlanders love us and they want to be Americans. No. Don't. Not this new America, like, definitely not. No. We need to wake up, he said, yeah, from a failed 40-year consensus that said that we could ignore the encroachment of powerful countries as they expand their ambitions. What, like Russia? But your buddies. In fact, using their email systems. And you do like to share things on Signal. So we can't bury our head in the sand, or in Greenland, in the snow. He cracked a joke. Yes, if you look at the map of the world, that has the North Pole at its centre, rather than the equator, it is easy to see how Greenland suddenly switches from being a bland, easily overlooked smudge. I'm sure they love their country being called a smudge. God's sake. Smudge. Overlooked smudge of uninhabited territory and into a key strategic landmass as at the heart of what many analysts now accept as the emerging power struggle between China, US and Russia for control of the Arctic, its minerals and the shipping lanes. But they seem to think that, if I remember right what I was reading before, trapped underneath all that ice, there's a whole load of mineral deposits of all sorts of types. Also, a whole load of trapped carbon dioxide as well. CO2. Well, yeah, lovely. So, with the snow and the ice receding, well, they'll gain easier access to it, won't they? Maybe they're looking to the future. I don't know. But the speed and the contempt of which the Trump White House has rejected its traditional reliance on Western allies, yeah, well, quite frankly, I think we're doing the same to the United States. We're saying, up yours. Sorry, but as I see it, the way that Donald Trump has been behaving towards so-called allies, they're not allies anymore. I think Mark Carney had it right. No longer our friend. You can't. How can you call somebody wants to attack you? Somebody wants to pick up your economy, and they call them allies. That's not an ally. That's an enemy. The United States is now an enemy of Canada. You're closest, longest, next door to each other. They had an more than an amicable arrangement. You got on. You visited each other's countries, and now, well, airlines are saying, well, the flight's down by about 70-odd%. No one will go there. And you're going to the United States if they have to. Holidays have been cancelled. They'd say, well, sod that. OK, we'll just take the loss. We'll lose our deposit, so what? We're not going to go there. We might get locked up at the border or something because we're illegals or something, as far as they're concerned. But it is deeply concerning when you got Russia and the United States both want to take control between them of the Arctic. Now, when he was asked, Vladimir Putin was asked about Greenland, he said, oh, we have Greenland, we don't want Greenland. No, but obviously they're going to take flick'n Svalbard instead, the archipelago. I know it sounds a bit all conspiratorial theory. The fact that Russia wants the islands is not a secret, okay? There's plenty. You have a look online, there's plenty of it up there. There's no secret, is it, about the red, green and blue, purple land, Greenland. They want renamed to red, white and blue land or something stupid. Yeah, after the Russian flag. So, now, there's no secret there either. But if you put the two and two together, there's something seriously fishy going on here. Fishy. Anyway, what say you? Should this be of concern? Please leave it in the comments down below. Should we be all excited? And should the Greenlanders be all excited to be Americans? No? And how do you feel about a NATO country want to invade another NATO country? Yeah, that's a new one. Anyway, please beat the old like button and maybe subscribe to the channel, the little bell icon, so you get one Vance feeling in your pocket every time I upload another video. And I know you'll be excited about that. And if you're not, I know where you live.